Ebb and flow. In life, we have an ebb and flow. The moon waxes and wanes, waves in the ocean come in and out, and we have our own waves of emotion, of motivation, productivity, rest, and relaxation. And the better able we are to trust and go with our own ebb and flow, the more ease we have in life. Now, a lot of people I know struggle with this and want to push their own desires into their reality. And if somebody tends toward being very productive and ambitious, it can really bother them when they're in what they call a motivation slump. And they just don't feel like doing the work. They just don't feel like forging and pushing ahead. Well, the fastest way through that is to accept that, I'm not feeling it right now. I don't feel like it's go time. What's going on in my body? And given the reality of everything that is, my responsibilities, commitments I've made, etc., and that I don't really feel like putting in the work. What do I need? How do I get through this time? Most of the time, the answer is there if we can trust it and not push. When I see people try to push past their own ebb and flow is when I see them get stuck. So if I have a pile of paperwork, I should get it done. I need to get it done. It has to get done. It must get done. I don't care if I don't feel like it. Man, do I procrastinate? Do I have trouble getting it done? It takes me, an hour to do something that normally would take me 10 to 15 minutes. It's like creating obstacles for yourself that don't need to be there. Versus if I have a mountain of paperwork with due dates and I respect that I do not feel motivated, I do not feel engaged in that kind of work right now, then I say, okay, given the reality as it is, how do I respect the work there that I'd like to get done at some point? I'd like to meet my deadlines, and how I'm feeling, which is not very motivated right now. That allows me to prioritize in a realistic way. Now, sometimes that looks like pushing back deadlines or recalibrating expectations, like prioritizing only true priorities that actually do have a deadline and not ideal priorities, like I want to get everything done. Sometimes it involves something as simple as changing my posture or how I sleep or what I eat or how I conduct my day. In other words, sometimes the work can't be pushed off. The deadlines can't be changed without sacrificing something you don't want to sacrifice, like your reputation. So sometimes I have to ask myself, okay, given that the reality is I have X, Y, and Z deadlines, which requires a certain amount of work, and I feel like resting, I don't feel like doing this, how can I meet my needs? What can I do for myself? And sometimes that looks like making sure I have plenty of water nearby, or setting a mindfulness spell to go off various times of the day where I can take 3 deep, slow breaths and drop my shoulders. Maybe it's setting a hard bedtime that I'm really more conscious of than normal because I know I need that extra rest. Maybe it's instead of flipping on the TV after work, I take a long bath. Maybe the point is that if we are checking in and if we cultivate trust within ourselves, then we can ask ourselves what we need in any given situation and go with our own flow. And I'll tell you from personal experience, in addition to people that I've worked with, but my own personal experience is that life goes so much easier when I realize, oh man, I feel like resting, or I just don't feel like doing much. And I take a realistic look at the landscape. Okay, what really needs to be done to preserve my values so that I'm not letting anybody down. I'm not letting go of my word. I'm keeping my word to people. And how can I honor that I don't feel motivated? I'm not going to try and push myself through. I'm not going to assume something's wrong with me. And conversely, sometimes I feel gung-ho, motivated, ready to go. What can I take on? I want to take a bite out of this. I want to do that. I want to sign up for that. I want to read this. Go for it. The more we honor that and we come from within, how do I feel? What do I need? And then how can I apply that to what's going on? The better life goes, the more smoothly, versus from the outside in. Oh, have tos, should, expectations. I hope this is making sense and that you can apply this to cultivating trust in yourself and going with your own ebb and flow. Do you have questions about this? Do you have concerns? If so, post up in the comment section, let me know. I promise to read them and I will likely respond, and it may even inform a future video that I do so that I can answer your questions. Thank you for watching. I'm Dr. Bando, happy to help you shift from surviving to thriving.